Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's Java with Jen and Jess. I am Jennifer Fernandez, Realtor and Branch Manager of the Property Pros Tampa office.
And I'm Jessica Sherrill, Senior Loan Officer at Freedom Mortgage.
Today we are super excited for our show. Today we have the lovely ladies of Celebration Title Group on today to talk about branding tips and building a brand you love. We're going to help you identify your target audience and then cater your brand to that audience. So it should be some great content. This is going to be great for any small business owner, whether you're, no matter the industry you're in, this is going to be something that you can truly benefit from.
And we are so excited because what, Jen? Who do we have?
We have our small business spotlight is, if you know me, fat girl over here, you know I love some chicken wings. So go ahead and introduce. Oh, we lost him.
Where is he?
He dropped off the feed.
It's okay. It's okay because we're going to talk about who this is. First of all, if anyone loves chicken wings and you have not gone to Wingstop, you don't know what a chicken wing tastes like. That's all I'm saying. They are amazing. And we are featuring owner of several Wingstop locations, Marcus McCants, longtime friend, 30 plus years. He is an amazing entrepreneur, has several locations and opening more. So we're excited. Marcus, there you are.
Hey. Thanks for being on with us today.
Can you hear us?
You guys can hear me. I cannot hear. I apologize.
Okay, well, all right. So this is we're gonna roll with this because I'm gonna give you exactly what the questions are in a text, and we're just gonna go down the line. You have. Okay, hold on.
There's audio is.
Hold on.
You can't hear us. Maybe let's just flip him to the end and give him an opportunity to get to the.
This is awesome. No, don't worry. Okay. It's a beautiful world of technology. When it works, it works. Okay. And
why don't we just go ahead, since we can hear him, why don't you just go ahead and talk about the company.
Terrible.
No, it's okay.
All right, Jess, I apologize, guys. I can't hear you, but I'm gonna just kind of roll with it. I opened up a Wingstop because I fell in love with the food. I live down in Dallas, Texas, and Wingstops on every corner out there. It was a big thing in Dallas at the time, and I was looking at an opportunity to kind of find something to move back home. So what happened was I was working for an investment firm at the time, and I learned really quick to kind of research whatever it is that you're looking at doing, and also research the competition. It was a simple concept. All we did was wings. All they did at the time was just wings. And it was one of the things that I thought, at that time, I think wings were only used as like an appetizer. But I saw the concept work in Dallas. And it's kind of like anything else. Whenever you move out of town, you'll constantly think of things that are back in your neighborhood or back in your own hometown that you kind of miss that maybe they don't have in that area where you're at. And at that time, I think Dallas had more restaurants per square mile than any city in the United States. But the one thing they didn't have was a Steak and Shake. And they opened up a Steak and Shake, and me and my coworkers went there one day, and it was packed. And I was thinking, how do these people know about Steak and Shake? And sure enough, I started asking people, and they were like, "Oh, we had these in Alabama, we had these in Georgia." And I started thinking at that time, I was like, "Okay, what's here that's not back home that would kind of, be a big thing?" And that's where I kind of got the concept. I was eating wings one night at a fight party, and I said, "We don't have any of these back home." And I thought the food was great, the concept was great. Doing my research, is number 4 new company in the franchise in the world at that time. They never had one close. So I'm thinking it's simple enough, even though I have, a little bit of restaurant experience from high school working at Sonny's Barbecue in Zephyr Hills. I was like, I think I can do this. So I volunteered for 2 months in a restaurant to kind of make sure it was something I really wanted to do, because it's a lot different whenever you're working in a restaurant as opposed to going there as a consumer.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there, realized that I could do it, and fell in love with the concept. At that time, they required the franchisees had to work their location. They had to work the stores. And so that was one thing that I really liked about it. It was like you had to work your store to be an operator. You couldn't just be an owner, you had to be an operator. And I thought, man, this is great. It's right up my alley. It was affordable, things like that. So it gave me an opportunity to move home and do it. So I opened up my first store back in 2003 on Fowler by USF. The USF location. It's been 17 years we've been open, and we're doing really well there.
Wow. That's excellent. So
he still can't hear. He still can't hear us.
I know.
I apologize, but I can't hear you. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I'm so sorry. The thing I love most about Wingstop is the simple menu. We're actually kind of built for this pandemic. We do 75% takeout on it. Under normal circumstances, 75% of our business is takeout. We started doing delivery back in October, so we kind of really was set up for what happened. Per se, just to say to survive this. So each location has on average 28 to 30 seats. My newest location has like 40 seats, but again, we never use the dining room to that capacity. My Fowler location, because it's right by college, we will fill up for lunchtime and in the evening times, but again, it's still 75% takeout. We partnered up with DoorDash to do our delivery. So that works out really well. I myself, I was reluctant at first because I've been doing it so long. I thought we don't need delivery, but I didn't realize that we're reaching a whole nother demographic and market by doing delivery. There's a group out there that all they want to do is just order from an app and they want the food delivered to them. They don't want any contact. And it, like I said, kind of fell right in line with what we're currently doing now. So at this point, I still have not opened up my dining room. I know we can up to 50% capacity. It's just, the world is kind of uneasy right now. So, and I am too. So we still have our dining rooms closed off, but doing delivery and carry out, we're doing pretty well. So we're able to
excellent.
Well, I know you can't hear us, okay, but we greatly appreciate having you on.
Okay, I'm getting thumbs up, so I'm assuming that I'm okay. I'm just gonna keep going because I can't hear you girls, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
I think the biggest reward for me as a franchisee and as an owner is actually having the opportunity to kind of mentor, young people, kind of let them know that, opportunities that I didn't see as a young adult or as a young, teenager. And we hire teenagers, 17, 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And also just to give my family options. I think the biggest reward, the biggest opportunity in the world is to have options. The worst thing is being backed into a corner, being forced to do something and we know people who they don't have the opportunity to do things that they enjoy in life. Mm-hmm. And I think that I couldn't be a great husband. I couldn't be a good dad. I couldn't be a good brother if I was miserable 8 hours out of the day and then going home. So I think that's what I'm trying to explain to people. I know there was some reluctance in my family when I first told my mom, I'm going to come home and I'm going to open up a restaurant. And she was thinking, you have a really good job. Why would you do that? Because that was kind of the thought process. Hey, you go to school, get an education, get a degree, and you get in a career job. But the thing that's missing is you have to find something that makes you happy. And if you're not truly happy, how can you really be like the best husband, the best dad that you can be? And I think those are the most important things. And I want to be the best person I can be. So there's a lot of gratification in what I'm doing, for myself as far as being a franchisee and an owner.
Awesome.
Advice that I would give to someone interested in owning a franchise: research the company that you're looking into. Look at the direction in which they want to go. One of the questions that I had whenever I was looking at different franchisees, especially a concept like Wingstop, I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't get involved in this business and then look up 10 years later and they're selling our sauces in the grocery stores. That would really kill what we're doing. If 75% of our business is takeout, most people can go home and they can fry chicken. Not being funny, they can. But I think our signature sauces are what differentiates us from everybody else. All we're doing is chicken wings, boneless and tenders. We're not doing sandwiches, hamburgers, things like that. So if they were to give away our recipe and make it available for, consumer consumption at grocery stores, things like that, it would really kind of put a dent in what we're trying to do. So that's one of the major things that made me lean towards Wingstop. And again, looking at the return on my investment, those things were, hey, listen, if you work the store, that was the concept. If you work the store, you should be successful. And to this day, in order for me to open up multiple locations, I know I have to get out of the mind frame of being in the store working every day. So that's the hard part for me, because I've been doing it so long, being in the kitchen, working every day. But in order for me to grow like I'm trying to now, I have to kind of get out of being so much of an operator.
So, how can...
I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. So the people that are watching,
the locations that I have now, I have one by USF, 2776 East Fowler Avenue. That's the original store. Been there 17 years. It's in the Winn-Dixie Plaza, right on the northwest corner of Fowler and Bruce B. Downs. We also have another location, Wesley Chapel, which is it's right on County Line Road and Bruce B. Downs. So it's right north of County Line. So people would think it's New Tampa, but it's actually Wesley Chapel. It's right in the Super Target Plaza. That address is 1219 Bruce B. Downs Boulevard. And then we have a new location in Temple Terrace, which is on Bush and 56th Street. It's in the CVS Plaza. And the address is 9305 North 56th Street, Temple Terrace. So the easiest way, what we try to encourage everyone to do is, because we make food to order, we don't, so it's more of a fast casual concept. So we won't make it till you ordered. So when Jessica calls in and she wants her 6 boneless wing combo, we're going to drop 6 boneless wings just for Jess. Okay? So we don't have an abundance of wings just sitting up. So it's made fresh just for consumption. So what I encourage people to do, either call in their order. For the more tech-savvy people, download the Wingstop app. It's free. You can order from the app. It'll store your order. It'll come right up through our printers, and you can even pay online, or you can order from your computer. You have 2 options for getting delivery. You can either go to DoorDash, or you can go to wingstop.com. And I would prefer if you do that. It's a little bit easier for us to control if there are issues. If you go to wingstop.com, say, for example, something's not right, we need to issue a refund. It's easier for me to do so if you can go to wingstop.com, the app.
Okay, and I want to give you a message.
So for those that are watching, he can't hear us. We can hear him.
Okay.
So.
All right. I think I may have answered all your questions.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to hang up now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And just give me a call later on. And for everyone listening, if they mention the show, then we'll offer them a 10% discount at either of our locations. Okay? So they have to mention the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Jess.
Bye.
Bye. So I'm going to leave Mention Java with Jess and get 10% off just for another minute or so. That's amazing and so thoughtful of him.
Get your wings today. I'm so excited.
Yes, Louisiana rub, dry rub.
Garlic Parmesan, girl.
Yeah.
Garlic Parmesan.
All right. Well, now I would love to go ahead and bring in Nikki Patrick and Lori LaCoppola, both with Celebration Title Group. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Happy Friday.
Good morning. Do you think he'll deliver wings to Orlando?
Baron's with us. Going on.
I want chicken wings
Happy
now.
Friday. Happy Feast.
I know.
Happy Friday.
Lori, your connection is frozen. So while she gets unfrozen, Nikki, you want to go ahead and start and give us a little bit about you?
Sure. So Lori is she is our title representative for Tampa St. Pete. So she's down there in Tampa right now, and I'm here up in Orlando. I am the brand development manager for Celebration Title Group. So I'm kind of an extension of Lori. So I help her with service her agents and service her clients down there. I was supposed to be down in Tampa today, but at last minute, I'm staying in Orlando today, so I'm wondering if I can get those chicken wings delivered up here because that sounds delicious. I'm like looking at the clock, like, is it too early to order chicken?
No, never.
I know. I said I'm in the mood for wings now.
For sure. No question.
So Lori's down there. We work with each other. We work in tandem kind of to support your guys' business from down there. So I'm only an hour away from Tampa. So we have a good relationship and we have a lot of services to offer. And one of them is offering this little branding tips session, which I appreciate you guys having us on. It's very nice.
We're excited to have you.
We're excited.
Oh, thank you very much. Lori talks about you guys all the time and she loves it down there so much. So it's really nice to see you guys. Oh, she's so cute. Look, she's frozen.
She's still frozen.
But she's so cute.
Well, hopefully, let's give her, why don't we just go ahead and dive right on into the episode. We'll give her an opportunity to kind of fix the connection.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we'll kind of go through about Celebration Title.
Sure thing. So I'm going to share my screen. There we go. So this is just a little clip of one of the classes that we offer. So this is just kind of like the coffee session. Our regular class is called the Brand Party, and it's long. Oh, I can't hear. Okay, so we're going to start talking about building a brand you love and what that means. So basically, I always say if you don't enjoy something or you don't identify with something, you're not going to be able to be consistent with it. So build a brand you love. If you don't identify with the brand that you are creating, then it's going to be really hard for you to be consistent with it. I'm going to turn my computer down because I think Lori is.
Yeah. Let's have her
All right. So this is kind of where I start. When I start talking to an agent and they want some direction on their brand, this is kind of the questions that we start with. So number one is to collect buzzwords that you want your brand to emulate and words that differentiate you. So if you are very adventurous person and you want your brand to reflect that, if you are kind of an introvert, if you are extremely technologically advanced or you have a huge mind for finances, or you love first-time home buyers or anything like that, and you want your brand to kind of cater to your target audience. So you're just going to start thinking of words that you want people to think of when they think of you and when they think of your brand. The second thing is to create a brand that's natural for you and start from there. Don't try to overextend your reach or your capabilities. If you don't know anything about investments, you're obviously not going to market to investors until you are capable of marketing to investors. So if you're just starting out in the industry and you're not really confident, I would suggest starting with the sphere that has the most in common with you. And then number three, who do you want to work with? Design your brand to cater to that client. Some people love working with first-time home buyers. Some people can't stand working with first-time home buyers. So don't force yourself to do something that you don't like. And that's one of the great things about real estate is really you can cater your business to who you want to work with and how much you want to work. So in a lot of jobs, you don't have a choice. You have to work with whoever walks in your door. But in real estate, you can really make your own circle and create your own circle of clients and people that you work with. And number four, if you do not identify with your own brand, then you're going to struggle with coherent and consistent marketing. I have one of my clients is a homeschool teacher, and she's like, I'm a homeschool teacher, but I don't identify with that. I don't wear shirts that say I'm a homeschool mom. So I don't want to be like known as like the homeschool realtor because that's just one facet of my personality. So the point is to make a brand that you identify with, that's easy for you to talk about, to be involved in, and to be consistent with. These are some of the words. So your brand differentiators, every time you're working on your brand or you're working on your marketing or you're thinking about what content to post or anything like that, think about what that is communicating about you. Is it making you look knowledgeable, accessible, human? Is it making you look like you know what you're doing? Or does it make you look flustered and like you are confused about everything, or you're always late, or you're always depressed? Like it's totally okay to vent. I get it. And especially in this day and age, sometimes when you just have all of these emotions and all of these feelings, and it's totally okay, because that shows that you're human. That shows that you care about other people, but you also want to come across as capable. You also want to say, you know what, I have all these feelings and I had a really horrible day today. And you know what, the whole world had a really bad day today. But I'm still here. I can make this tiny little piece of my world better by helping you guys with your real estate needs, because those are my talents that I can offer you. So always leave it on a positive note. Always say, you know, I would love to help you guys. If you need a friend, if you need a vent, if you need to go have a coffee, I'm here. I'm accessible. I'm down to earth. I don't take myself too seriously. And so you always want to think of, like, I heard somebody say one time, pretend that all of your ex-boyfriends are reading all of your posts, and you always want them to think that you're successful and happy and busy, right? You don't want them to think that you're having a really bad day every day. So if you want to vent, or if you're having a really bad day, just start a group chat with your mom and your cousins or something. It doesn't always have to go on Facebook. I really want, like, Facebook is already such a negative place, especially this week. And I really just want more. I want people to be a little bit smarter with what they're posting. If you're just posting to get a shock out of someone, you know, that's not going to be conducive to building your business. There's a time and place for everything. So just filter everything through why you're posting it. Is it going to help your reputation? Is it going to help your business? Because that's basically, you know, why we're here. That's why we're on Facebook with our businesses, to get an audience. Marketing words, this is just optics. This is just for optics. So what do you want your brand to look like? Do you want it to feel farmhousey Southern? Do you want it to be super modern and straight edges, all black and gray? You know, those are just optic words that a lot of people, they'll look at this list and they'll pick out 3 or 4, and they're like, those are the words that I like the most. So mine was creative and colorful and humorous, and everybody has a different standard of what they want people to feel. Some people, you know, I want to look like a bank. I want to look like SunTrust Bank. Everything's blue, straight lines, you know. Some people are like, you know, I have no idea. I don't want my brand to look like anything. I just want everything to be black and white, which is fine. That's just something that you have to decide for yourself. And kind of, you don't want to pick something that's ridiculously specific, that's going to pigeonhole you into something, because as we all know in real estate, things change so fast. And if you want to move brokerages, or you join a team, or you start a team, you want to be able to be flexible with your optics of your brand, like your logo. So I always tell people the 2 things that you have that are the most recognizable is your face and your name. So if you don't have a logo, get a headshot, put your name beside it, and use that instead. It's easy, it's recognizable, it's there, and it's never going to change. Your name and your face are never going to change. I mean, unless you like get work done. All right, so these are the color emotion guides. My favorite color is purple. I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway as well, so their brand color is purple, so it just worked out really well for me. So I always just use purple in my marketing. But everyone looks at this and their eyes go straight to the one that they like the most, you know? So if you don't care about color, then this is probably not going to speak to you. But if you have a color inside of your heart that's speaking to you, I would strongly suggest leaning towards that color, because that usually means that you have the same exact emotions that are tied to that color as well. And this is just like kind of a graphic about which logos and which colors are kind of like on the spectrum. It's just a fun kind of little tool to use when you're thinking about your brand. The next slide is just another example of stuff that we can do for you. If you have a logo, or if you need a logo, or even if it's just your name and your face, we can make these logo mood boards here. So every time you're going to post graphics about your real estate career, you're going to match up all of the graphics that you use with your logo board. So the logos, the font will be the same, the colors will be the same, everything will be kind of cohesive and coherent. And then there's just a sampling of like colors that can go together, that if you're feeling a little bit more creative, or you want to dive deeper into like the blues and the grays, this is just kind of to get your brain kind of starting to what you like. Identify your target audience. The easiest part of identifying your target audience is, I suggest starting from your own position in life. What is your favorite type of client to work with? What does most of your sphere have in common with you? I have a lot of weird hobbies and weird interests that I don't post on Facebook a lot because most people don't have that in common with me. So it's not going to get like a lot of engagement. It's not going to interest a lot of people because no one else likes, Russian poetry from the 1900s, or no one else likes, crazy things like I like. So I post it sometimes, but I'm not going to make that part of my brand. You want to make your brand accessible to the people that you're trying to. If you're looking for families that are growing into bigger houses, your family is going to be the most common thing that you have with them. Family unit. So this is me. This is age 30 to 40. I single to 2 kids, affluence. Their budget's going to be about $300 to $400. Interest, real estate needs. So my needs are going to change as I grow and as I change positions in life, and so will my spheres. So I'm going to be when I was a first-time home buyer, I'm going to be a complete expert in first-time home buying. And then I'm going to be a complete expert in investing because that's the next step. So you always want to be growing and learning with your sphere. If you have a hobby or a niche or a weird interest, there's a big school of thought in real estate that you have to be. If you love to run 5Ks, you should be the 5K realtor. If you love motorcycles, you should be the motorcycle realtor. And that's fine. You can totally do that. But be aware that all of the people that don't have that in common with you, you're going to have to talk to them too when you're posting. You're going to have to talk to them too with your brand. So don't pigeonhole yourself so much that someone else on the outside is not going to be able to feel comfortable contacting you. And this just means brand reputation is everything. If you have a $150,000 client and you have a $500,000 client, their review means exactly the same. Their 5-star review is exactly the same. It weighs the same. It's going to follow you forever in your career. So treat everyone exactly the same. You want your brand to be accessible to everyone. You don't want to look like the perfect Instagram model realtor all the time, because the people that don't identify with you are not going to feel comfortable reaching out to you. So it's okay to be like, I didn't have time to do my hair today. That's why my hair is curly. It's okay to be like, I totally dropped the ball today and I forgot I had a meeting and I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay to be that person, because that just shows that you're human and that you are experiencing life right along with the rest of us. This is just more tips about your marketing budget. If you're starting out, if you're doing under $5 million in production, you really shouldn't be spending a ton of money on marketing. I did my whole entire first year of real estate with no marketing. I did everything for free online. I leaned heavily on my brokerage. So if you're thinking too much about branding and marketing, stop. Clients are the most important thing. If you have an amazing brand and amazing marketing materials, but no clients, then you're not selling to anyone. And there's really no point for you to have all of that amazing stuff. So really, I want you to spend your time and your focus on getting clients and getting deeper with the relationships with the people that you have. And then your brand will form itself. And then that's when you can look at it and be like, you know what? First-time homebuyers love me. Veterans love me. I love working with them. I'm going to build my brand around that.
I have a question, Nikki, on that. So as you're building your brand, keeping in touch with your clients, one of the things that I know that lenders, loan officers, myself, and real estate agents, is that they want to keep themselves in front of the client. Do you have any ideas as far as, molding your brand and, using something tangible to keep yourself in front of the client, but still kind of making that brand stand out at the same time?
Right. So I really deeply believe my business as a realtor was all referral based. I really deeply believe that you really want to have as much of a referral base as possible, because those are the kind of leads that are going to continue to feed you when something like a pandemic happens. When something like that happens, those referrals are going to keep feeding you, because they're already going to be having that relationship with you. So something that I always tell agents that I work with is take 30 days, right? Write down a hot list of your top 30 people. So you're going to have the 30 people that you have no doubt in your mind that would refer you to their friends and family. So these are past clients, present clients, friends that own businesses, friends that you know would never refer anyone else. This is not your family because you're not spending money on your weird uncle or your brother. We don't want to spend time or money marketing to our family because they should know that we are their realtor, and make sure that they know that you are their realtor, and do not give them 1 inch of thinking otherwise. So this is your top 30 people. So the whole point is to have this little tiny army of 30 people of advocates, right? So in your first 30 days, what you're going to do is you're going to write a card, handwrite a card to each one of them. And you're going to just say, hey, I know you guys know I'm in real estate. I would really appreciate it if you help me boost my business a little bit going into the summer. I would really appreciate your support. If you know of anyone that is needing a realtor or thinking of buying or selling, I would really appreciate your support if you would refer me. I put a few of my business cards in this card for you to have on you. If you need more, let me know. I appreciate everything. Your referrals mean the world to me, and they literally mean the world to me and my family. And that's it. Sign your name, send it in the mail, wait 2 weeks, text and call those people and say, hey, did you get my card? I just really appreciate you. And, how's it going? And start touching those people, those 30 people, more and more. So you're going to be able to weed out those people in that 30 that don't want to refer you. They'll say, oh, my aunt's a realtor. Or they're going to be like, I don't know who you are, leave me alone. You're going to be able to weed out those people and build an actual army of 30 people that you can know and trust and rely on. And then you touch them in very meaningful ways for the rest of the year. So those are your project for the year. So they get a pop by or some kind of gift about every couple of months, every 2 months. And then you're going to do something like take them to dinner twice a year. You're going to have a party. You're going to invite them. You're going to take them to dinner. So twice a year, you're going to do something special for your clients. So usually that's client appreciation parties, but I don't really know if people are comfortable with doing that now. So what you could do is say, you know what, instead of spending $5,000 on my client appreciation party, I made a donation in your name to your favorite charity.
Oh,
Great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, that's a very meaningful way to touch them. You're still spending the same amount of marketing dollars, but that touch goes way further and way deeper than you having a party and feeding them catered food.
Such great information. I love that.
Yeah, so you just you want to touch them in more meaningful ways. Don't send a mass text. Don't, if you want to call someone, video call them, be a little bit if you get a text message and someone says, hey, what are you doing for July 4th? That's a little bit better of a touch than you sending an email, right? And that's a little bit of a better touch than you putting it on Facebook, what's everyone doing for July 4th. But if you show up to their house and be like, hey, I brought you guys a bag of, ice cream for July 4th because we're having a barbecue and I was thinking of you guys. I would love to hang out with you guys. That's a big touch. Or if they get a video message from you on their text messages, and it's a video of them in the office, like, hey, what are you guys doing for July 4th? I was thinking of having you guys over. Just let me know if you have any plans. Make it more personal, go deeper into those relationships. You're going to be able to weed out the people that don't deserve your time or just can't refer you. And I just think that you want to go deeper with those 30 because that 30 is going to grow. So then by the end of the year, it's not going to be 30. It's just going to keep growing and growing. And the whole point is if you have 100 people in your camp and they're your army, you will never have to worry about referrals again. Yeah. You will never have to worry about leads. They'll just keep feeding you, keep feeding you, keep feeding you. But the whole point is to continue to serve them and continue to be there for them.
Absolutely. Well said.
Thank you. So another way that you can be visible and stay visible is to really utilize the resources around you. So I know it's a little bit hard to read on the screen, but these are just all of the services that I can offer you guys as a brand development manager. So if you need help writing cards, if you need help making a client appreciation package or a client appreciation calendar, you reach out to your vendors. Don't be afraid to lean on your vendors. Don't be afraid to call your lender and be like, hey, say, I want to do something for July 4th, but I'm all out of ideas, or I'm just so busy I can't think of it. Call Lori and say, hey, Lori, I want to do something special for Christmas this year. Let's start planning it now. Like stay ahead of it, but lean on your partners as well.
Absolutely.
The next one is just let's work together. I know Lori is probably so sad that she can't contribute right now, but she's amazing. She can offer you guys so much services down
Actually,
there.
I think she's fixed.
Are you fixed, Lori?
I jumped on my phone. I was having laptop issues.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yay. So we have this slide so you can talk about yourself a little bit and tell everyone what you can do for them. And then the next slide is going to be our class schedule.
Yeah, awesome. So Jennifer and Jessica, thank you so much for having us. We always love supporting you ladies and, being a part of anything you guys do. So a little bit about Celebration for those that aren't aware, don't know, or don't necessarily follow us. We've been around for a little over 4 years. And we have 11 locations. So we're kind of spread out through Orlando, Daytona, Ocala, Tampa, St. Pete, Winter Haven. So we definitely have you covered, but we can close anywhere in Florida. So don't worry about that. We're back in the office, pretty much 100%. Everyone kind of moved back on June 1st. So we are there. We had about 85% of our workforce working from home through the pandemic, but everyone's pretty much back in the office right now. So everyone's, kind of getting their work groove back and all that good stuff. But we're still offering the complimentary mobile closings. We've got the remote closings. We're still following all the CDC guidelines. So a little bit more, we do have a fully bilingual staff. One of the cool things that we do that I'm not sure all title companies do is we will pull Atlas title. And the reason we do that and not wait for a buyer to get attached to it is we want to make sure that the title's clear so you can market it as a clean title. So you can put in the comments in MLS, everything's good, we're good to go. Or if there is something that shows up, we have plenty of time to fix it and make sure everything's okay so that you can close on time so you and your clients are both really happy. We also assign you to a personal brand development manager and a processor. So what we try to do is Jennifer, let's take Jennifer, for instance. Jennifer likes to be updated kind of throughout the process. She wants to, kind of work with someone that's similar to her personality, where I may have someone else who's like, I only want to be updated, during the super important things. Or then we even have some that are like, just let me know when you open it and let me know when you're ready to close it. So we always try to match our processors with the agent's personality. So that is something that's, definitely important. We also have Nikki. So we have, branding material and the branding classes, and she's fabulous. And we're so excited to have her, as part of the team. And then the best part is our closing experience. So we love our confetti cannons. When I took the job, I kind of was like, I'll take this, but I need like 20 cannons in my car at all times. Like, I love the cannons. I love the confetti. We're super cheesy when it comes to that, but we really believe in our hearts that every closing should be an experience. It should be a celebration, and that's the way we do it. So we want to make sure that the clients are excited about closing. They just went through a super long process, and we want to celebrate that. So we definitely, want to do that. And then one kind of promotion thing that we're still doing right now is we are waiving the title fee for any healthcare workers. So if your buyer or your seller, is a healthcare worker, we are waiving that fee. So that's something that, we really want to show our appreciation, to the healthcare workers for everything that they did, these last 60, 90 days, and how much we appreciate them. So that's really it about Celebration. I couldn't be more honored to work for a company, that gives as much as you get. So they definitely pour into our agents. And that's something that's really important. And then, yes, Nikki, so we do have our education classes. So I think this month, correct me if I'm wrong, Nikki, we have around 30 classes. Most of them are still online. So we'd love for you to join us. And sorry, my dog decided to come say hello. But we do have our education classes because we do want to make sure that we are definitely, again, pouring into our agents. So that's really it about Celebration. Any questions for me?
I love that you guys are giving back to the healthcare workers. Thank you, Celebration Title Group, for doing that. That means a lot to the community. So thank you so much. I love that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I love the way you guys celebrate your closings. I think that, I've, of course I go to all my closings, and, having a title company make a big deal about it is awesome. It is a big deal. And so, that's one of the perks.
And I think you're the only title company, at least the only one that I've ever come across, that actually gives a gift to the buyer and seller.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's
we
cute.
do. Yeah, it's really cute. A little bottle of champagne and a couple flutes and a little picture frame. And, again, it's they just spent, 30, 60, 90 days of their life, going
stressful
through this transaction.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's celebrate it. You don't ever want to get to a closing and at the end they're sitting there going, are we done? Are we finished? It should definitely be a celebration. And that's why I love our name so much too, because it is a celebration. We carry the shop vac with us in our car. I mean, come on. Who carries a shop vac in their car? We do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, thank
But
you
you
so
ladies
much.
are doing amazing. So thank you for everything you're doing for the community and the classes and the shows. I mean, it's such educational stuff that I think that we need. So thank you for doing this and inviting us.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for being here. So, let's say if somebody wants to get in contact with you guys and work on their branding, what is that something that they can do? Lori, do they reach out to you?
So I think both of our information will probably be attached to this, but we can also put, there it is. See, so you can reach out to me directly, and then I will contact Nikki and we'll kind of, get it together on the calendar. I think Nikki, they're about an hour long. I know we have 2 today, so we're excited to continue on our day with branding.
I can do a quick version. If you've only got 20 minutes, we can hammer it on 20 minutes too. So that's fine.
She definitely can, but I think typically it's 45 minutes to an hour, but it's worth it. And or you can reach out to Nikki directly. I kind of like you to reach out to me if you're in my area, just because then I can kind of coordinate it with her. And if I'm available to be there, I like to be there because I just want to make sure that, we kind of, work on this together. So either one is fine. Whoever you prefer to reach out to works for us.
Yep. Facebook is the easiest. Just find me on Facebook, find Lori on Facebook, and then we can go from there. No big deal at all.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much. I know I have picked up a few things and wrote a couple notes here.
I have a list of notes. Okay, so I was all into this class today.
Yeah, we're supposed to have horrible weather this weekend, so I think it's gonna be perfect time for me to start working on my handwritten notes.
Yes, I always tell realtors never host an open house without a bag full of thank you cards, because there's so much dead time in there that you can start writing thank you cards while you're waiting. So that was my time.
Great idea. Great idea.
And now we're allowed to have open houses again. So
right.
Perfect. Well, we really appreciate you guys taking the time to come on and do this for us. I know it was great. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies, have an amazing week.
Can't wait to fire some cannons.
All right.
I know. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Girl, are you ready for some chicken wings?
No. You want to go have lunch now? Marcus, we're coming.
No, I'm so hungry right now. You have no idea. I was thinking about chicken wings the whole entire time. So
yeah,
anyway, what a great show. What a lot of good information.
Yeah, no, that was really good. It was good. Like I said in the beginning, I knew it was going to be good for no matter what industry you're in, any business owner. And some good information on, you don't realize when you're choosing your colors that when somebody sees it, they think of something, probably different than what you intended. So that was great to know, to kind of put that out there. So when you are choosing your brand and choosing your colors, kind of knowing which direction you really want to go in.
Right. No, the color scheme definitely was informative, and just making sure that you're sending the message you want to send through your brand. And so it goes a lot deeper than just like putting your face on a business card, right? So I'm looking forward to kind of digging in a little bit to see what I can come up with. I love our Java with Jen and Jess, though. I mean, let's look at this. This is amazing. So many really great people, small businesses that have come on, and we are so excited about the small businesses that we're going to be spotlighting. The next shows to come, and listen, if you have any topics, anything that you want to hear from, or any industry leaders that you want to hear from, please, go on our business page, find us on Facebook and message us. Let us know what you are looking for, and we will get that information to you.
Yeah, or if you're a small business owner and you would like to be featured, please reach out to us. I just put our emails up on the screen. Feel free to, email us or find us on Facebook, like Jess said. And we are all about supporting small business owners, local small business owners as well. So please, anything you have, any feedback. We also would love to have any feedback on the show. Anything that you want to say, we are open books. So you will not offend us. We will, just let us have it. Let us know.
And go to Wingstop and get some wings, 10% off if you mention our show. All right.
Don't forget, if you mention Java with Jen and Jess, and you will get 10% off your order. So that's amazing.
All right. Well, have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.